My name is Giovanni Galarza Mena. I'm from Reno, Nevada, born and raised. And I'm an artist, wannabe artist, producer, songwriter. I try to just pretty much trying to start a record label from the city. That's the goal. Why not? I thought about it one time when I think it was like 2018 in November. Me and my buddy, me and my cousin David were just kicking it. We were listening to music. I've always liked music. I've always listened to music. No matter what I'm doing, I had to have music on. No matter whether it was this or that, whether this or that, I had to have music. I had to have some kind of music. And life had to have like a theme music for me. Something had to be playing. And then we were talking about life and like what we wanted to do. And I looked at him and I'm like, hey man, do you think we could ever try like anything with this music stuff? And he's like, let's try it. That's when I started writing down to other people's beats. And then I started trying to make my own beats on this little crappy system on the computer with the keys, with the A and the S and stuff. And I would drag stuff and move it and try to figure it out. And then I'm like, screw that, I know. I need to get something. Oh, that's when I started putting money into it and buying my laptop and buying my beat maker and buying all this stuff. So it's been a lot.
Whoa. Well.
I like to listen to underground people like Xavier Wolf. Just crazy, gritty stuff that if people look him up, they'll look him up, but it's just a bunch of stuff. There's people like Chicano Batman. That's like, that's when you're mixing indie with Chicanos, with Mexican people, man. Like they throw in their own wavy vibes into it, man. There's this kid named Kuko. There's people like Isaiah Rashad. I can go on forever. But yeah, man, I'm inspired a lot by everyone. Everyone has their own flavor where I'm just like, oh, how do you do that? Like, what's in your mind when you think of this shit? So I would listen to their beats and try to write my own words to them and see how it would come out. And then I started spitting it to the boys and, like spitting it to people and see how they liked it. And they'd be like, damn, that sounds nice. Usually the sessions start around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night when everyone's kind of free-ish. And then they'll go on till 2 if people are tired, 3 if they're not, 4 if they're not, 5 if they're not. I've had people stay here till 6, 7 in the morning just working on the same song, trying to make sure we get that hook down. And we're both looking at it, tired as hell, baggy eyes, but we're like, it's gonna be worth it. That's all we think. We're like, yo, something's gonna come from this. Even if it's a little buzz, even if it's anything, just something's coming, It'll be worth it.
You said you had no clue, but now I'm guessing that you know.
I'm at GTA San Andreas. Chico when I slide, I ain't playing. Better listen up, hear what I'm saying. I ain't pulling up unless you paying. Please listen to me. I'm charging a fee. My shit is not cheap. My prices are steep, but the shit is pristine. Shit polished, squeaky clean. Best form is yet to be seen. Trying to slide in the coupe, drop the top to see the city. Big dope like Snoop, except I ain't crippin'. Reppin' that stuff. On my lid is to fit it.
I want people to know my name. Not just in the city, but everywhere. I want to be just one of those people that you hear on the radio that made it with one song. Hopefully, and it doesn't stop with the one song. Like, I want them to hear the rest of everything that I've had out and then hear everything that comes out. And I want to work with people. And I want to make a label out of this city, Reno mainly. Because there's a lot of people here that have nice talent too. So I want to put them on, and I want to make sure everyone eats, and I want to make sure everyone's family can be like, damn, this kid was not wasting his time. Whoever's son it was that was just playing on the damn computer, man, like me. They'd be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, give me a minute. You'll see. And then they hear the song, and they're like, all right, cool. you weren't messing around, Shane, who's this freaking dorky white kid who you'd never think in your life that makes music, but you listen to the stuff he makes, and you're like, damn. At first, when I heard it, I'm like, this kid's honestly a little better than me. And that made me happy, too. I'm like, finally, like, I can learn something from this kid. And then when he told me that I was the godfather of this stuff for him, he's like, hey, bro, I wouldn't have even thought about this stuff becoming real if it wasn't for you. So I'm like, all right, that's where I'm at. I'm like, I feel like if I can motivate people the way I motivate myself, honestly, just fucking thinking about how good it's gonna be. Hopefully, if we do anything with it, then everyone's family is gonna be proud of the kid that's doing something with it. Yeah.
Let's get some food, table for two. Let's get your flick, find a nice view. We can do whatever you wanna do. As long as I got my trees, baby, I'm cool.